sometimes you just get the interview jitters, like you're just might be a social butterfly, but when it comes to the job interview, some people just get this notion like, man, I feel like I am being judged. Like the moment I walk in, and you are, let's just call it, you are. You know, they're looking for anything and everything to try to eliminate you because they have all these other people lined up. There's only one position available. They got to find some processes to eliminate you. I mean, no pressure here, right? How does one become more confident in a job interview? Like a boss?
Right. Everyone's going to be nervous.
Yeah.
I would say 98% of the people who go into job interviews are going to be nervous. It's like taking a test because you are being tested and everyone gets nervous. Am I going to pass? Am I not going to pass? How am I going to present myself? And you have problems about your own insecurities if you have them.
Hey, we all do.
I like to tell people to walk in really strong. Go in there as if you took help wanted sign and said, here you go. I'm your man or I'm your woman. And you're going to walk in there and give it your all and just be honest in yourself. Kind of like when you go on your first date and people could try to be something they're not. Be yourself, and those people are going to be the most successful in getting that first date and getting that job.
I think that's such a confirmation, Dean, that your computer's saying like, hey, dude, Dan's hitting it right in the head, you know?
Right. Yeah, and confidence is key. If you can show that you're confident, people, interviewers are going to really take that in and consider it, as opposed to someone who's really like lower toned and insecure about it. We can tell, you know, because we're not only judging you because you are being judged on the facts and the skills that you bring to the table, but also how you present yourself. Right. Presenting yourself is key. And like I said just previously, if you can come in and give your who you are or tell us about yourself question, if you can bring that energy to the room, I mean, that's going to bring up your confidence anyway. So you just got to walk in and just nail it off the bat. And just when you come in confident, you'll leave confident. You can leave and say, I got that job.
I got that job.
And that's how you kind of want to approach it, and you'll feel good about yourself whether you got the job or not. At least you went to an interview and you gave it your all. And that's what you really need to do, and being confident is just so key to the whole interview process.
I don't know what you might do to, let's say, loosen up in a job interview. I mean, here's what I used to do to like loosen up. Listen to some, you know, electronic techno music. Calvin Harris might do it for me. I love watching like football highlights of like Ray Lewis doing the tackling or Teddy Bruschi, like, you know, obviously I'm not going to go in and tackle the HR person. What if she's women? I don't want to tackle that. Or maybe do I? But joking aside, that kind of what helps me to loosen up. Any tips that you do that you might suggest that just, I mean, it's not a one size fits all, just something to throw out there.
At first, I like to make sure I look good. So that starts with like what I'm wearing, how my hair looks, do I have a haircut, making sure that I'm fully prepped. Now, personally, I do a little bit better kind of winging things. So I found out, you know, at my age, I found out that too much prep is too much, and then I'm worrying about what I'm missing. But I found that middle ground where I have enough prep versus I can kind of wing it, because you have to adapt to every situation. I mean, if you're going to do better in life, you can adapt to situations in general, but you're going to go in the interview, you don't know what it is. It's like a test, and you're going to have to adapt to each question. So make sure you're prepared with the basics, which is what I'm going to give you here in the last video and more videos to come. And then personally, when I go to an interview, when I get there, just approach it as these are people, you know? It's not like I'm talking to the president of the United States. It's just a person just like me. Yeah. And if I can bring us down to that level, which is one of the tips I give is like, give some common ground at first. If we can get down to the same level of being human to human, I feel so much better. Even after all that, I'll walk in with a little bit of jitter. But once I get down to that level, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. And I'm not nervous. I'm not like jittery with my voice, or I'm not shaky. Some people like kind of like if you drink too much coffee, right? That feeling that you get, where you're sweating on your back or whatever. You don't want to really have any of that, and just be focused. And that's what helps me. Again, that'll help you sound confident. You want to be confident in these interviews, and it'll make you stick out.
If it helps any, they might be just as nervous as you. No.
Oh, they can be. I've been nervous as well, because as an interview, it can be intimidating. You have 100 applicants, you're like, oh man, I need to do good for the company and find the best one. So people are nervous on both sides. Just knowing that they're human as well. The interviewer is just as human as you are. We both put pants on, one leg at a time. So just keep that in mind when you're going in.
Unless it's a Zoom call, then there's no pants. No, I'm sorry.
You should not be wearing pants. I would recommend wearing pants just in case.